Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the Lewisboro Library annual meeting. Unfortunately, it's another virtual meeting. We're going to try to blow through a lot of the housekeeping details very quickly because we have a great speaker here, David Michaelis, who's going to talk, I think, primarily about his book on Eleanor, but he's free to talk about any topic he wishes. Okay, so to get that going, we have a number of trustees here. We have a number of you from the town. Thanks for joining us. We're going to start with the approval of the minutes. Elena, you were able to distribute the minutes, correct? So
Yes.
trustees, you got to review them quickly from the 2020 annual meeting. So can I have a vote to approve the meeting, the minutes of the 2020 annual meeting?
I make a
Show by
motion to
hands,
approve them.
hopefully.
I make
Okay,
a motion to approve the minutes.
great. Any seconds? Anyone second?
I got
Yes,
Andy.
thank you. No need for discussion, so approved as written. Thank you very much, Elena. Number 3, nominating committee report. Andrew Tedder. Unmute yourself. Here you go.
Thanks, Jay. Our committee chairperson, Jen, couldn't be with us today, so I'm presenting the report on behalf of the committee today. Due to the ongoing global pandemic, 2022 proved again to be a challenging year. But despite its challenges, the library board has been able to maintain an 11-member status. The nominating committee is fortunate to continue its mission of appointing a dedicated, diverse, and hardworking library board. We're pleased to announce the following appointments and nominations. Jay Lutzy will continue as board president with the vice president slot remaining vacant. Elena Dunn will continue as secretary, and Kevin Fitzmartin will continue to serve as treasurer. For the slate of new trustees for 2022, the nominating committee is presenting 2 candidates. Maggie Leahy is a resident of South Salem and joined the library board mid-year in 2021. Maggie works as a nonprofit professional and has extensive experience in fundraising, grant writing, and special events. She currently works at the Stone Barns Center for Food and Agriculture. Maggie's unique skills and dedication to giving back has made her an enthusiastic and hardworking board member. Stephen Unterhalter resides in South Salem, and he has worked in the financial industry for most of his professional life. Stephen looks forward to utilizing his vast experience in finance and communications and giving back to his community as a new library trustee. Further, we'd like to thank outgoing trustees Peter Rose and Melissa LeSavage for their service. Peter and Melissa have been dedicated and hardworking trustees, and we're honored to have the opportunity to have served with them. We certainly do wish them both well. So to the members of the board and others today, I hereby move that Maggie Leahy and Stephen Unterhalter are appointed trustees to the Lewisboro Library Board for 2022.
Are you looking for a motion on that, Andrew?
I moved that. Yes, I did.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm second. Forgot to unmute,
I'll
sorry.
support that.
Yes. All in favor? Show of hands. Okay, good. It looks like it's approved, Andrew. Good.
Thank you.
Okay. All set? Thank you very much. All right. Where's my list here? All right. Bear with me a second. Okay. Andrew, all right, we're gonna go to the financial report. Unfortunately, our treasurer, Kevin Fitzmartin, is under the weather today and can't be here. So I'm gonna go through this. And if you believe laughter is the best medicine, he just gave this to me about an hour or so ago. So maybe he's back there laughing and it'll help him with his recovery. Here, let's see, where am I now? Okay. So Lewisboro Library Financial Report for 2021. Okay, library performance exceeded expectations for 2021. This is a result of 4 points. Very generous donations by the library supporters. Number 2 was the PPP funding we got in the amount of $88,000. Thirdly, the return of the library fair. Thank you very much, Julie McCaffrey, for the chair of that. And an increase in town funding. Operating expenses were net $45,000 less than in 2020. The decrease was due principally to 2 factors: lower salary and benefits and lower office expenses. The decrease, there was a net decrease, but it was partially offset by increases in books and media material and for some increase in utility expenses. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, for increase in professional services and insurance expenses. But nonetheless, the net expense was a decrease of our operating expenses. All right, so Cindy, do you have that financial report up there?
Yes, it's being
Okay,
shared. Can
great.
everybody see it?
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's staring me in the face. Okay. Here we go. Okay, you're looking at the left side. 2021 is the annual financial report. You'll see the summary of operations or the operating account showing. And it shows receipts and disbursements for 2021, resulting in a net funding of $104,524. You see that in the yellow at the bottom, highlighted. Look on the right side, very briefly, we're going to go over this. And the schedule reflects a development fund, which is the long-term investment fund. And that's really mainly earmarked for the future needs of the library, such as capital repairs, equipment replaces, emergencies, etc. We do this because thereby we can avoid the potential of issuing any further debt or any related interest charges. These funds are invested with UBS and generally are reflecting the favorable market conditions of 2021, as well as the transfer from the unrestricted gift funds. Overall, compared to prior years, 2021 ended in a favorable financial positions. In fact, since 2014, we've only had one other favorable financial year. Prior years, 2020 was a slight positive net funding as well, but it had not happened since 2014. So here's what we attribute this positive net to, mostly two factors. And again, the generosity of the donors. Through thick and thin, through COVID, we rely on you as an association library, and you always come through, and thank you very much. Also, we had a very successful return of the library fair, which we did not have in 2020. And just to mention the fair quickly, it's not only crucial and critical to the funding of the library, but it's a hugely festive event. Children of all ages, book sales, attic treasures, food, music. It might be the most widely, highly attended event in town, and we appreciate that. Going forward, this net positive funding will be utilized by the library for the benefit of all its users and for the benefit of the entire town as well. So thank you very much. No questions at this time, but hopefully that synopsis helps understand the financial reports of the library. Next. Cindy, are you ready? Director's report?
Yes, let me stop sharing this and switch the pin, unpin you and pin me. And there we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Well, 2021 was another difficult year for everyone. The library staff worked very diligently to support our community and make the library a welcoming place as best we could, while still maintaining safety standards for the staff and the patrons. We continue to offer curbside pickup, and there were another 3,381 curbside pickups, slightly more than 2020. And of course, throughout the year, as the mask mandates changed and social distancing changed, we just rolled with the changes and did the best we could to welcome everybody. The staff used their creativity and ingenuity to provide adult, teen, and children's programs in a variety of ways, including virtually and in person outside, as long as the weather cooperated. And that actually worked out pretty well. As we go forward, we will continue probably to offer a variety, both virtual and in person, both outside and inside. We are starting to have story hours inside on a limited basis, small groups. And we are very happy that our new children's librarian, Marie Nanya, who completed her first year, has also started some innovative programs such as Girls Who Code. And Jane Rothschild, our new teen librarian, also completed her first year. They both meshed very well with our team and working very well with our community as well. And Liz Gabriel, as ever, did a wonderful job collaborating with other public libraries in the area to offer programs. And that really had the added benefit of keeping costs down, as well as reaching a greater audience with our collaborative programs virtually. Regular programs such as Story Time, Teen Advisory Committee, the Lewisboro Senior Book Club continue to meet throughout the year on a weekly or monthly basis, either virtually or in person. The library's been very successful working with our community partners, such as the town of Lewisboro in multiple ways, including the Emergency Management Committee, our town historian, Maureen Cole, and the Parks and Recreation Senior Program under the leadership of Pan Veith. We do a monthly book club for them as well. We also work with the Lewisboro Garden Club, the Lewisboro Land Trust, the Girl Scouts meet here, and we've run programs with them as well. And we are open to all community groups in town to work with them. Circulation figures are preliminary. Of course, the pandemic still is having a great effect on us. In 2019, our circulation for the year was 103,000. And in 2020, we suffered a 27% drop of down to 74,881, which was completely understandable considering how many months we were closed and the fact that people were reluctant to go out during that time period. So for 2021, we are actually up 3.82% since then. This is preliminary. We haven't received all our statistics yet from the Westchester Library System, but the preliminary figure is 77,739. I have no doubt that will go up a little bit when we get the full. So we're on the upswing, as well as visits to the library. In 2019, we had 63,900 people visit the library. 2020 went down to 36,000, and in 2021 we went up to 46,000. So we're beginning, the upswing is beginning, and I have no doubt that 2022 is going to be a great year. Digital, I don't have complete figures on that, but digital increased during the pandemic. People began to discover that and become more comfortable with it. We do offer a great range of digital content, including ebooks, audiobooks, streaming video, and music. I think people are, in general, of all ages, including the older population, are becoming more comfortable with it and using it. However, it's interesting that overall print still outweighs the digital borrowing for our library. So print's day is not over yet, still as popular as ever, while the digital is increasing and we're becoming more creative with what we are offering. Technology, we have upgraded our Wi-Fi equipment. Our Wi-Fi equipment was obsolete, and we recently upgraded it and added 2 new Wi-Fi access points, which are going to extend our Wi-Fi range outside the building for the public, all the way in the front, all the way to the street, and will be also in the back parking lot. We have some challenges coming up this year. We'll be migrating to a new network through the Westchester Library System. You'll be hearing more about that as the year goes by. And also we will have to be moving to a new email system without WLS, but we'll have more details on that further in the year. And I'm very happy to announce that with the help of Kathy Iglesias, who is our head of circulation and technology coordinator, who has done an excellent job. Kathy and I applied for a grant together from the Federal Emergency Connectivity Program. And we heard very recently that we have received approval of the grant to purchase 11 Wi-Fi hotspots and laptops to be able to lend to the public. And the purpose of this is to help anyone who is having trouble with their internet access or just needs a boost. They can actually use it for business purposes or even take it away with them on vacation if they wanted to, if they were going to be going to a place where Wi-Fi access is limited. So we're hoping to help our community with internet connectivity with this grant as well. I just want to mention we are moving with the programs also more in person, and I hope you all can join us on March 6th. We will be having our first adult author program in person with Fiona Davis. She's a best-selling author of historical novels who is also a South Salem resident, and she just published a book last month called Magnolia Palace, and she'll be here on Sunday, March 6th at 2 p.m. to talk about her book, and everyone is welcome to that. So I want to thank the entire staff who work so hard with good humor and grace to continue serving our community during this difficult year. Thank you to the library board for their hard work, particularly on fundraising, and for their support of the library's mission and the staff, as always. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you also to all of our volunteers and donors to the library who make it possible to serve the community in the best way that we can. So thank you. Any
Thank you very
questions?
much. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Colleen's clapping. Thank you very much, Cindy.
Okay.
So are we on to the president's report then?
Yes, let me just unpin me and pin you so you will.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Got it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Okay, the year past, present, and future. First, thanks to Cindy and her staff, keeping the library open during all the changes we've experienced the last 2 years, and always primarily looking out for the safety, health, and welfare of the staff and the community. You know what I like most, Cindy, and I think I've told you this, even before I was on the board. I walk in, most of you knew me, and you greet me with a hello, like it's the maitre d' at a restaurant, like I'm walking into my favorite shop. Yeah, during COVID, the hellos were a little more muffled. You had the plexiglass and the mask to speak through, but everyone gets the hello. And that's small town Americana. It's important. Let's see, here we go. I have to thank the donors and the patrons for their continued support, especially during these times. We're a service. We provide a service to the community. The patrons are our customers, so to speak. As an association library in particular, we cannot do it without you. So thank you very much. I have to thank the fair people, that's particularly the chairs, the sponsors, the volunteers, Julie McCaffrey, the fair chair, and I got to thank the weather too for holding out, making it a great day. Looking to the future, take our cues and our lessons from COVID. We'll be looking more towards social distancing and possibly going outside with more events. Reason being, we rebuilt our library. It can't get any bigger, but we do have some ground here. So we want to make the library the heart of the community. We want to make it a destination. I know Andrew Tedder's already working on our Adirondack chairs. You should see them out there shortly come springtime. I spoke with our supervisor, Tony, and the garden club about doing more work around the grounds and expanding our gardens. We're kicking around ideas of doing some outside movies and outside shows. And to add to this, Cindy, we have officially expanded our Wi-Fi, correct? So that sitting out there, right? So sitting out there, we'll be able to reach further. And again, it all goes towards a destination. Okay, to make the library as a destination. All right. So with that, I'll conclude and I'll hand the reins back over to Cindy.